Comedy is the #1 vector for mind control because it puts you in a pleasurable state and you're focused on the joke, and therefore they can slip in so many messages and you'll associate their messages with pleasure. Every truth that is true, they make fun of it as if it's corny and stupid, and that's the whole intent of that. You see it as comedy, expression of a comedian to get some laughs.
You don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh. I like it.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know? And they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things. And, look at him trying to count it out. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
When a celebrity attempts to break the oaths they vow to, they are ostracized and labeled crazy, and their career is put on hold until they are reprogrammed or threatened with not being famous at all. The platform they abuse to tell occult secrets, they have to pledge a fealty to their handlers and elite that they won't get out of line again and that they can be trusted.
How's life? Everything good? You know, it's so beautiful. It really is, especially when I'm absent from it.
Do you feel like you're separated from the rest of the world and what's going on?
No, not separated at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Don't get me wrong, Jim Carrey is a great character, and I was lucky to get the part.
Jim Carrey wasn't joking. Celebrities have no control over themselves, their lives, or their image. Every time a celeb breaks their MK Ultra programming or freelances, they are put back into submission and put on talk shows to prove to the elites that they are loyal to their handlers. Kanye got out of line after the Taylor Swift acceptance speech, and they put him on Leno. When he got out of line again for ranting, they put him on Ellen under mind control.
Hey, Jim Carrey. Yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. There's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now.
Whoever handles Jim Carrey made him show up to that Fashion Week for press. He just finished filming The Grinch, which was reported that the character and costume nearly broke him mentally. So he's probably acting out, but he's 1,000% correct. All of it is worthless. Everyone hardwired into that industry go through great lengths to prove to you that they mean something.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk in the last few days, well, today recently, about
a lot of people making sound over here.
So much of that.
That's right.
People talking about an interview that you did at New York Fashion Week, and you talked about identity, and you all these ideas. Do you think that people kind of just don't understand it, or they haven't clued in to this whole thing you're talking about of people wearing masks?
I think that we're all, we're all trying to add things to ourselves so that we can finally define ourselves, and then everybody will get us and they'll go, okay, this is what you are. And then if you actually get there, you will find it so empty that you'll realize that's really not what it's about. It's about not only, just going with the flow, but it's about not taking it personal. It's like the difference between a house and my house is a world of difference, and it's the my that's the problem. So you can do all this without the my involved. You can do it in a way that it's not, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for for the good of everyone. It's just it's a play. It's a giant field of consciousness dancing for itself, and you're here to make me happy, and you're to it's making itself happy.
Cool.
It's like one soul. That's how I feel. I feel like people say, well, I have a soul. You don't have a soul. There's no you, but I feel like there is a soul, and it includes everything.
Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning and you feel like I'm the universe, you don't have to reach for the stars. You can just let life happen.
Yeah.
And walk through the doors.
We'll have to wrap that. Sorry.
Thanks very much.
I'm sorry, you've run out of time.
Well, listen, you've made me very happy, so thank you for your time today, man.
As you see, the handler for that interview had to cut it short because in so many words, a major box office actor who's been successful since In Living Color telling Hollywood press that is an empty feeling and you're never satisfied no matter how successful you are, and having people admire you for it is pointless.
But Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us. And until we deal with that, until we deal with the fact that a devout Muslim who doesn't eat bacon was accused of being a crackhead, until we establish the fact that they said that he went to Africa to smoke cocaine when we know they don't have running water and food over there. You're talking about somebody who has a wife and children, 5 children, and lives on a farm, doesn't live here in Hollywood. You saying you convinced people that person was an insane crackhead? Wow. And he hasn't been on movies and TV for 8 years? Is that correct? Wow. Okay, then don't tell me about what you want to tell me about. I just watched you decapitate the king in front of me. And then act like he's supposed to catch up and be a regular comedian like everybody else. But no.
He didn't go for that.
That's not how, and he was out there with us for 20 years. They called him Pilot Boy because he had 19 pilots in Hollywood, and everybody passed on him and said his show wasn't worth it.
What do you think of
then when he made $500 million, they said even though his contract said he should get half of it, they said he made too much for the contract to be valid, so we'll offer you 10% of what you made. You mean he made $500 million and they offered him 50? Yes. And he said, what do you think my fans are going to say when they find out you offered me 10% of what I made you? And they said, your fans will believe that you're a crazy crackhead by the time you get home. And my nigga got on the flight in LA, and by the time he got to Ohio, it was so. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
Dave Chappelle was pressed to be handled and controlled, and they wanted him to join Prince Hall Freemasonry, and he flinched at it and left. So the Oprah interview, he was supposed to use that opportunity to accept the occult with open arms. Instead, he exposed the black men in dresses for success conspiracy and how Hollywood viewed black masculinity. and he was put on hold again. After a long hiatus, he was given yet another opportunity to prove to the cult world within Hollywood that he could be trusted and bound to their oaths. So a couple of months before he hosted Saturday Night Live, right after Donald Trump became president, he sang a different tune with Gayle King. If anyone watched that interview, his body language was very telling that he was paranoid on what he could or could not say.
Thank you very much. I didn't know that Donald Trump was going to win the election. I did suspect it. It seemed like Hillary was doing well in the polls, and yet I know the whites. You guys aren't as full of surprises as you used to be. I did the next best thing. I became a rich black person, which is harder than you think because, your life becomes gentrified. All my black friends who have money said the same thing when Trump got elected. That's it, bro. I'm out. I'm leaving the country. You coming with us? Nah, I'm good, dog. I'm gonna stay here and get this tax break to see how it works out. 'Cause that's how it is being Dave Chappelle. It's the first time I got some money, it didn't work out like that. The most unlikely thing that happened ever was a black president came out of nowhere like, come on, everybody, let's start thinking about everyone else. Oh, nigga, I just got this money!
4 years ago, what is the narrative? Rich black men trying to escape tax increases from a Democratic candidate. Fast forward to now, what's the same narrative they're going to fool you with for the reason for Trump's reelection? Rich black men escaping the taxes imposed by a Democratic candidate.
Why in the name of all that is holy would you be voting for Trump? Taxes.
Plus, Trump's got his new platinum plan.
That's right. If you got a platinum record, you can plan on him doing a photo op with you.
In that spirit, I'm wishing Donald Trump luck. And I'm going to give him a chance. And we, the historically disenfranchised, demand that he give us one too. Thank you very much.
I would not be shocked if they find a voting stat graphic that shows the reason for Trump's reelection is because the black male demographic between 35 to 50 voted for him because of his platinum plan and because of black male celebrities endorsing him. It is no coincidence that they are re-releasing Dave Chappelle's show during the week of election and election results. If Biden were to win, they would have used a comedian that could lure the white populace to sleep with comedy. It's all a distraction. It's to keep you sedated, docile, inebriated with comedy. David is now a gatekeeper. He knows who's going to be president. His black and white Masonic socks on David Letterman's show this past week shows that he is now accepting of occult knowledge and is allowing himself to be managed and controlled to lullaby oversaturated black Democratic Party with comedy. He will be hosting again right after the election of Donald Trump. It is pre-planned. The presidential narrative has already been foretold. Your vote do not count.
Because we could use a good laugh. Ha 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 ha.